Yeah, man. I was doing something last night, and I discovered something. I mean, if I would have thought about it, I would have already knew this, but I discovered it by trial and error. So, let me show you what I'm talking about here. All right, so try to focus. Night mode. Okay, that's the app. That's the app that I started using like yesterday, and it's like a regular camera, okay? But the difference is it's got these settings to adjust the light that's coming in, okay? Now I have an EMF broadcast coming to me, okay? So what I'm gonna do right now, you see when there's light coming in, any little light coming in, it does a lot, okay? You can turn that light down, you can turn it up. Now what's happening right now, because obviously I've got my lens completely covered up with my hand, okay, right now, and I mean I squash it against my pillow and show you there's no light getting into that, okay, but what you still see there is EMF waves, because EMF is microwaves. So microwaves can go right through things, and they don't need to. You don't need to expose it like in a directional sense. It's just coming. So I could, I could squish my phone down. There's no light coming into that, but it's still coming through. Okay, and I could take some pictures that way. I noticed that when it's not zoomed, the blocks get bigger like that when you zoom it out some. Like there's different ways that could work. Zoom it out more and it works even different. So this changes the spectrum a little bit, so now it's picking up more of a purple and red type of waves. And you don't even have to point it at anything. All that has to happen is my phone has to be close to me, so it's picking up EMF. Now let me show you this Photor. I like Photor, F-O-T-O-R. I like Lightroom, Adobe Lightroom, but if you could see this kind of stuff, you could see what's going on right there. That's on my leg. Anyway, Lightroom is unstable. It's an unstable app, or either the gang stalkers may have gotten into it. I don't know. But it always messes up and I have to reinstall it, and I don't like doing that, so I go with this Photor. Okay, so it's good too, but I like Lightroom a little better. Okay, so let me pick one of these photos. Alright, now already you kind of see somebody's face right there, and you can see some stuff going on, like some letters written across here. And basically when gang stalkers are broadcasting to you EMF, through EMF on neural monitoring, if they're broadcasting to you, then the link to their broadcast is coming with it. The link to your neural monitoring and the link to their broadcast comes with it, and that's how they advertise it. You can see kind of across here how there's a link. Now I haven't really been able to make these out very well, but alright, curve. I like the curve settings, okay, because it lets you do a lot of stuff, like and you can start to see a lot of stuff, like you can see a face right there, and that looks like probably Kimberly. You can see another face right there. I don't know who that is, but you can see that they're on the broadcast machine. Look like they got a big bowl over their head. And they're all on mind control and on broadcast, but the way to do this is, the way I like to do it, is to put some dots all the way across there and then start to manipulate the spectrum that I want manipulated. Okay, so when you do this, you'll start to get different things out of it. So but once you get it all weirded out on the curve setting, then when you go to brightness or any of the other settings, they'll do a lot more. There's not a lot of color in this picture, so they're not doing much, but if you look though, you can definitely start to see right across here some letters, and that's a link. Okay, so if you're a broadcast, you could see that. You could see that without editing anything, because waves can see waves. You could see a face right there. The girl's looking a little bit evil. So you know, I can adjust. I can do different adjustments with contrast, and you know, you can start to get depth out of it. Sharpness is important to me. Sharpness does a lot. You can start to see letters kind of in there, going across there. Sometimes you look at it from different distances and you can see different things in it. Like you can see, looks like a guy standing there, and you can see the link going across there. You know, and when you look at things from different distances, you kind of see it differently. So I like to look at it from different distances. I've had luck doing a video of a video to help expose the EMF broadcast. I like to use shadow and highlight. The rest of them don't really matter to me that much, because they're kind of just adding fake stuff into the picture. If you like, sometimes, you know, I'll go to the curve setting and put it on red, and then just give it a little bit of color. You could do the same thing with blue and green. It's your primary colors. You know, to kind of mix it up a little bit, you get some coloration in there. And whenever you do stuff with the curve, and you go back, brightness and contrast and sharpness do different things. They have a different characteristic when you start to adjust other things before you mess with them. So you can see, kind of start to see letters going across here. Okay, and you can see faces all in it, and you can see my phone going dead. But what this is actually the gang stalkers, where they are in some cases, and in some cases it's the broadcast of the, you know, their EMF broadcast holograms, but in a lot of cases it's them where they are. And you know, you can see stuff going on in that. You know, like you can see this guy's face right here, and look like some it could be a girl's face. They wear mind controls and stuff, and you can start to see letters and stuff in it. Okay, but you seen I had the phone squashed. Let me plug my phone in. I don't want the screen to go dim. But you could see that that I had the phone squashed on my bed. So really there shouldn't be anything there, but since there's an EMF broadcast there, then I pick up all kinds of stuff. So I'll go to the curve, And then I could just, you could put like 10 dots across there to like really detail your spectrum if you want to, but I'm just trying to hurry up. Hopefully I can get something good out of one of these right quick and show you like really well. You can, I mean, you can see the person's face right there. That's a person, because they're broadcasting to me. They're on the same neural monitoring, so there's waves around them, okay, and it's broadcasting to me. So waves can see waves. So you know, when the waves get to me, it's broadcast to me. I'm the receiver of the broadcast. So if I'm around me and I start taking pictures, then I'm going to start to see this kind of stuff. And waves can see waves. So that's how you can see them, where they are and what's going on. And you can see that link going across there. I mean, it's not clear as day. If it was, I'd type it in and I'd go to that site and I'd have my neural monitoring. But you can definitely start to see right across there and all the way out. There's words written, and in different spectrums, you can see different words. If you look right now, I mean, you can see a whole lot of faces. I can see a face there. I can see a face there. And these people are on, do you see the headgear on them? Okay, that's a mind control headset. They got it on too. And this is probably all the people over at Antoine's house with Emily and Kimberly. That looks like Emily right there. That looks like Emily right there. And she's got a mind control on. And then there's somebody like over the top of her, because these are waves. So it's not like they're really overlapping each other in real life. But within the broadcast, you're going to see overlapping things. So yeah, that's Emily right there, right above my thumb. That's her head, her face. Okay, she's looking sad and dreary. She's always looking sad when I see her in these pictures lately. I guess I'd be sad too if I was on mind control with 20 people raping my body on a broadcast machine. But you see these letters going across here? That's going to be the link to their broadcast. Now, their broadcast isn't going to be the same as you're seeing right here. Their broadcast is going to be of the EMF holograms of something virtual that's not actually happening. What's actually happening is you see their own mind controls and broadcasts, and you know, like this head of this guy, you know, and he's got a big thing on his head. They got mind controls, and that's a broadcast. He's sitting in a broadcast machine, okay, and you know, I tell you, it looks like a salon hair dryer. You know, but that's not what you'll see. That's what you'll see if they're broadcasting to you and you start to do the type of things I'm doing. Now you can see the letters going across here. You see how I just had the phone squashed on my bed. Now, EMF microwaves can penetrate. Microwaves can penetrate through anything, so you don't have to have it exposed to where it can see the light. It could just see the light because it penetrates everything. So, you know, you can see words going across there. You can see all kinds of stuff going on. The more you look at it, the more you'll see within that. And it's the EMF broadcast that's coming to me. You know, this isn't the best way to do it, but you know, the best way to do it that I've found is in like reflective surfaces with certain kind of light hitting it just right or whatever. But what this proves is that it's EMF microwaves that this broadcast is coming in, because I had the phone squashed on my bed. So that's what I basically wanted to show you, that it doesn't have to be exposed to the light or whatever. Like, I can pick up this EMF broadcast by taking a picture of nothing, and you know, and you can see, like, you can see somebody's head right there. It looks like they obviously it looks like they're doing oral sex or something, and that's somebody on mind control. Like, you can see that. You can see the guy standing there. You can't see him clear, as you can see her face clear. And you can see the mind control on her head. And you can see the mind control on that person's head. You can see your girl's face there. You can see your guy's face there. You can see all kinds of stuff if you look at it. And all I did was have the phone squashed on my bed. You could see a link going across there pretty damn good. You know, and if I work on it more, I might be able to read it a little bit, but it's very difficult. You're supposed to be able to look at this as a broadcast. If you're a broadcast, or if you have neural monitoring, waves can see waves, so you can see this stuff without having any issues seeing it. For humans, it's very difficult to see. Sometimes you can see better when you give it a different color spectrum. So you know, sometimes you change the spectrum and you got a different link. Like now you can see different letters. Looks like C, CR. I can't even read it. But you could definitely see some letters going across there. Alright, and you could definitely see that I had the phone smashed against my bed. Alright, and there shouldn't be anything but EMF microwaves can penetrate. You can see what that girl's doing. You can see that there's mind controls on everybody's head. You know, but I just had the phone smashed onto my bed, and I shouldn't be able to see anything in that picture. It's, you know, I would say a pink sheet, but not even that, because there was no light penetrating. So the only thing penetrating was microwaves, which that's what carries this EMF broadcast. So, you know, that's some of my editing techniques, and I've gotten a lot better pictures than this, but you can see I wasn't even taking a picture of anything, and that's what I'm trying to prove here, is that you don't even have to take a picture of anything, and you don't even have to, you could cover your camera lens up completely and just take a picture, and if your camera's near you and there's an EMF broadcast coming to you, then it's going to pick that up because microwaves penetrate. So you know, that's what's going on with that. You know, my best pictures usually are in the clouds and in reflections. So you know, but that's some of my editing techniques, and that's some of the apps that I use. And you know, it's pretty hard to dismiss the fact that there's letters and people's faces, and looks you know, pretty suspicious that you know, I could smash the phone under my bed, or cover the lens completely and pick that up in my pictures, and it's because it's an EMF broadcast through neural monitoring.